Good morning. So today I'm bringing you something different. I have been on low-carb keto for 8 weeks now, and the one thing I know I've always wanted and I would like to eat is what I call waffles. Now, how hard is it to make a waffle? Well, evidently in keto it's not as easy as you think. I've made omelet waffles. Well, they ended up tasting like an omelet. I've made sawdust waffles because they ended up tasting like sawdust. I mean, how hard is this? Well, it ended up being kind of hard. I tried to make waffles with, just coming up with my own recipe. I ended up with a bubbly waffle maker full of goo. Took forever to clean out. But then I hit it. Eureka. I came up with a recipe of a waffle that I could eat every morning. I love great macros. It's a Belgian waffle, so for each fourth, it's only 100 calories. You don't have to eat the whole thing, certainly, but when you taste it, you might want to, which is always a danger. But anyway, here's my recipe. So here's what you need. You're gonna need 2 whole eggs. I separated things out so it made it a little easier. 2 tablespoons of butter, 1/3 cup of almond flour, 1/2 teaspoon of baking powder. I think I used a little bit more than that. 1/4 cup of sugar substitute, and then 1/3 cup of cream. And I like heavy whipping cream. I like the macros better in that. And then this is the killer. This is Mexican vanilla, but you can use any kind of vanilla, but this is pure vanilla. It is organic. Beautiful. This is really good. Also, you're going to want some Himalayan salt. First thing I do is, because I don't have a sifter, I put my almond flour in my Ninja, and then of course the baking powder and my sugar substitute. Now I'm using Splenda, but you can use any sugar substitute you want. So a lot of people like Swerve, they like all kinds of things. Now, okay, I didn't measure this, but it's like 2 grains of salt. This is where I show you I'm not a professional cook. It just kind of, oh yeah, that looks good. And then I'm going to put the top on this, and I'm just going to give this a couple of, hit it a couple times, let it blend up, and just try to get it where it's a little more lighter, fluffier, because everyone says sift. Again, don't have a sifter, so I'm not going to use that. Then I put all the wet ingredients. So I'm putting the cream, the eggs, right, the butter, and I'm putting it all in there, and I'm going to go ahead and give that, again, another blend. So I'm going to put the top on and blend that, and I don't have to do it long. I just want to make sure that everything kind of gets all together. Now, the one thing I'm going to tell you is you might want to take the butter and blend it with the sweetener and kind of do it differently, but I didn't do that. So I used my KitchenAid, put all my dry ingredients in, and kind of blended it a minute. And in this, I gotta tell you, I did add the vanilla, and I added, I think it was only probably a tablespoon. And so now I'm just gonna pour it in and let it go, just for a few minutes. I'm just making sure it's all blended well. I'm not putting it on high speed or anything like that. I just want to get it blended well. And then it's done. That quick. Okay, I threw my little butter in. Because I chose to do the butter the way I did, it's probably wasn't the best way. I should have blended the sugar, the butter, the eggs, the cream. So you can do that if you want. Then my Belgian waffle is heated up, ready to go. And this makes one really nice sized Belgian waffle. The ingredients are a little thick, as you can tell, and I just pour it all in. It doesn't look like much yet, but I promise you this is going to be so worth it. So worth it. Close it up. Put the timer on. Now, I put the timer on for 5 minutes. You can put it more than that. You can put it less than that. I like my waffle to be just a little bit on the crispy side. So that's what I did. You see it? Isn't it beautiful? My waffle maker. A little vanilla behind it. Now I'm going to open it. It's been 5 minutes. Time travel, of course. And then I'm going to take it off. And here it goes. Notice it didn't crumble, it didn't fall apart. None of the things you can run into with waffles. It was so good. Watch when I take a piece. Okay, so here's the funny part. While I was doing this, I just kept tasting it because it was so good. I'm like, see my waffle, look how it looks. Look at that, look. Oh my God, oh. Now, a lot of things can look like a waffle. Not many things taste like a waffle. I guarantee that because I've tried them. But watch, see, I'm showing you my waffle. Then I'm going to take a bite of it. Here you go, look at that. And it's still holding together. It is so beautiful. Right? That is just so gorgeous. And then, of course, I decide, oh, let me just take another bite. So I sit there and eat a whole fourth of the waffle while I was showing you how delicious it was, I guess. Anyway, guys, this is worth a try. Make it, try it, let me know what you think. Okay, don't forget to subscribe. Talk to you later. Bye.